ল ব্যারেট রেজিস্টার্ড আইনি প্রতিষ্ঠান। আমরা সুপ্রিম কোর্ট, হাইকোর্ট, জেলা কোর্ট, ক্রেতা সুরক্ষা আদালত প্রভৃতি কোর্টে যে কোনো আইনি সমস্যায় আপনাদের পাশে সর্বদা। আমরা সারা ভারতবর্ষ জুড়ে সিভিল কেস, ক্রিমিনাল কেস, সার্ভিস ম্যাটার কিংবা পাবলিক ইন্টারেস্ট লিটিগেশনের উপর কেস, রিট পিটিশন করে থাকি। হাইকোর্ট এবং সুপ্রিম কোর্টেও আমরা কেস করি। ল ব্যারেট ল ফার্মের তরফ থেকে আজকের এই ভিডিওটা আপনাদের সঙ্গে দেখানো হচ্ছে। এটা পাবলিক ইন্টারেস্ট লিটিগেশনের উপরে তৃতীয় পর্ব। তা আগে যে দুটো পর্ব হয়েছে সেই দুটো পর্ব আপনাদের দেখার জন্য অনুরোধ করা হচ্ছে। Public interest litigation, that is PIL in India. Can a PIL be filed in district court? PIL can be filed either in High Court or Supreme Court, depending on the situation. Both the courts have power to entertain the public interest litigation. What is the Article 32 of Indian Constitution? Constitution of India remedies for enforcement of rights conferred by this part. The right to move the Supreme Court by appropriate proceedings for the enforcement of the rights conferred by this part is guaranteed. Can a government employee file a public interest litigation case? Breaking. Government employees can file public interest litigation cases since right to judicial remedies is a constitutional right. Supreme Court quashes disciplinary proceedings against IAS officer for filing black money public interest litigation and ordered to pay 5 lakh in a landmark judgment. A 2 judges bench of the Supreme Court comprising of Justice What is public interest litigation? Example. For example, if there is a private factory in Delhi which is causing pollution, then people living nearly or any other person can file a public interest litigation against Government of Delhi, State Pollution Control Board and also against the private factory. Is public interest litigation mentioned in Constitution? A public interest litigation can be filed before the Supreme Court under Article 32 of the Constitution or before the High Court of a state under Article 226 of the Constitution under their respective writ jurisdiction. Is public interest litigation a fundamental right? If it is through the mechanism of public interest litigation, that is PIL, that the court seek to protect human rights by expanding the meaning of fundamental right to equality, life and personal liberty. What is public interest? Supreme Court, India. Under public interest, something in which the public, the community at large, has some pecuniary interest or some interest. Supreme Court of India. What does a public interest litigation deal with? A public interest litigation, also known as PIL, is a form of litigation that is filed to safeguard or enforce public interest. Public interest is the interest belonging to a particular class of the community affects their legal rights or liabilities. It may include pecuniary interest. What is an example of public interest? To promote academicism, science and technology, to promote culture and art, to support persons with disabilities, needy persons and victims of accident, disaster or crime, to promote the welfare of senior citizens, 5 to support persons having the will to work, the seeking the opportunity of employment, 6 to enhance. What is a public interest issue? Public interest issues could be considered broad wrongdoings, activities that endanger public health, safety, general well-being, or the environment, or that raise anti-discrimination concerns. Special conditions. Public interest issues are normally resolved before they get to the final approval stage. What is the public interest principle? The public interest theory of regulation claims that government regulation acts to protect and benefit the public. The public interest is the welfare or well-being of the general public and society. What are the negative effects of public interest litigation, that is PIL? Non-payment of minimum wages to worker and their exploitation. Petition from jail complaining of harassment, release on personal bond, speedy trial as a fundamental right. Petition against police for refusing to register a case, harassment at police station. How is public interest litigation being misused? In public interest litigations, misuse comes in various forms. Publicity, private interest, political rivalry, or other oblique motives can be a motive for its misuse. The tragedy is that it retards the flow of justice delivery system. What were the issues in which public interest litigation was used in secure justice? In the early years, public interest litigation was used to secure justice on a large number of issues such as rescuing bonded laborers from inhuman work conditions and securing the release of prisoners in Bihar who had been kept in jail even after their punishment term was completed. Do you think that people are abusing the provision of public interest litigation? People have started misuse the public interest litigation to settle a personal vendetta and serve political or business interest. The court has warned that public interest litigation should be treated as a public interest litigation and not a private interest litigation. Who has been benefited from the public interest litigation? It democratizes the admin of justice to all the people of the country. It democratizes the admittance of justice to all the people of the country. এটা বোঝা যাচ্ছে জিনিসটা। Any agency or citizen can file petitions on behalf of those who cannot or do not have the means ways to do so. Means it democratizes the admittance of justice to all the people of the country. Any agency or citizen can file petition on behalf of those who cannot or do not have the means ways to do so. It aids in judiciary monitoring state institutes like protective homes, asylums, prisons, etc. থ্যাংকিং ইউ অল। ল বারোটার তরফ থেকে আজকে যে 3 নম্বর পর্ব পাবলিক ইন্টারেস্ট লিটিগেশনের উপর দেখানো হলো, সেটা দেখার জন্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। এই বিষয়ে যদি কারোর কোনো বক্তব্য থাকে তারা অবশ্যই কমেন্টস বক্সে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন, কিংবা যদি কেসের সংক্রান্ত যোগাযোগ করতে চান তবে অবশ্যই স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বারে আমাদের সঙ্গে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। আমরা সারা ভারতবর্ষ জুড়েই এই কেস করে থাকি। পাবলিক ইন্টারেস্ট লিটিগেশনের কেসও আমরা আন্ডার আর্টিকেল 226 এর উপর ভিত্তি করে হাইকোর্টে কেস করি সারা ভারতবর্ষ জুড়েই, কিংবা আন্ডার আর্টিকেল 32 উপর বেস করে আমরা সুপ্রিম কোর্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়া, যেটা দিল্লিতে অবস্থিত যে কোর্ট, সেই কোর্টেও আমরা সুপ্রিম কোর্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়াতেও আমরা এই পাবলিক ইন্টারেস্ট লিটিগেশনের কেস করে থাকি। ভিডিওটা ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই লাইক করবেন, সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন চ্যানেলটা এবং শেয়ার করবেন, যাতে করে অন্যান্যরাও দেখেও উপকৃত হয়।